Africa is currently the fastest growing creator market in the world. But what exactly entered that title? Well, to find out, there happens to be an event happening in the heart of Lagos at Landmark Event Center, and it's called the Moment 2026 Conference. 3 days, 100 plus speakers and brands, 4,000 creators, and the future of an entire continent's digital economy all packed into one room. This is what it's actually like inside Moment 2026.
What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm traveling to Lagos, but then this is the first time in a car. That's the car I can see behind me, and that's the car you can see behind your success. Now,
to give you some context about this video, the only reason we have the opportunity to attend this conference is because my uncle, who is also my employer, is attending the conference and he needs a But I sincerely didn't expect things to take a different turn the way they did in this video. We got to Lagos a few minutes before 1, and after arriving at the hotel, my uncle booked before we traveled. Now, I've not lodged at many hotels, but based on the price, this room was basic. Another thing that made it basic was the fact that the AC was facing where it was not meant to face. ACs are meant to face, most likely, the bed, but this AC was facing somewhere. The TV was only playing football, and the subscription was going to finish in 2 days based on the message that popped up on the screen. It had a wardrobe, a single-seater sofa armchair, a stool, a Bible, a bed with 3 pillows. I don't know why. I've not been to many hotels, so I don't know why that's the thing. The bedroom had a bathtub, a towel, water heater that later almost burnt my skin. Either because it didn't regulate well, or maybe I'm just a bush boy. Anyways, we rested a little bit, went to eat afterwards, and came back again to rest. And when it was 7 minutes to 5, the time for day 1 of the conference, we took off. Now, if you think we are unserious by leaving at that time of the day, don't worry, our hotel room and the venue for the program weren't far apart. But I think this is the avenue to let you know that we went to the wrong venue. Here's what I mean.
So guys, we are currently at the Creators Conference. This is the interior, what it looks like.
After asking some officials about the correct venue, which is actually the building by the side. But this is where the story gets juicier. I said it earlier, the only reason we have the opportunity to attend this conference is because my uncle, who is also my employer, is attending the conference and he needs a filmer. At this point, I was ticketless, if that's a word. But to enter the venue and experience everything, I would need a ticket. Now, the bad news is that tickets were sold out and tickets couldn't be sold at the venue. But that couldn't stop us. As my uncle spoke to the officials we saw at the ticketing booths, and after some back and forth, they came back with some forthcoming news. We could purchase tickets, and not just any tickets. And thanks to my uncle, we got tickets that would sustain us for day 1 and day 2 of the conference. But it's a 3-day conference, so the question is, on day 3, would I gain access? Or I'll be sent out because I don't have access. Anyways, I was given this tag, and the first thing that impressed me, guys, was the ambience and how colorful everyone was dressed. I mean, I wasn't dressed bad, as someone told me that he loved my sweater. Well, moving away from my dressing, the idea of the mixer is for creators to meet, share ideas, and collaborate together. So everyone stayed here was doing something great in their own corner. I mean that actually, not as a joke. The mixer began with a welcome address speech by the co-founder of Mainstack, and afterwards, some of your faves arrived. Salem King, the social media Oga, the global team, and one of your future faves was also there. By the way, I'm talking about myself. But since we're in the present, let's continue with the fact that I didn't know that where I was seated was going to bring me very close with the noteworthy Salem King. But something more interesting happened later that day. After speaking and networking with some persons there, we were served dessert. And I'm saying that because the view behind us looked like a desert. Anyways, it tasted really nice, and like 10 to 15 minutes later, the cocktail arrived. Now, I'm aware that this is a mixer, but did the mixer of the drink have to actually take that long to get our cocktail to us? Well, it tasted really nice, and to continue the event, a magician performed. But what gave me concern was this guy that was literally playing with fire. I mean, there's it already, so why is he playing? Anyways, we had a brief session with some of your faves, and here's one advice that I got from Silent King.
What do I want to express, and how does content help me do it? Otherwise, you find yourself in this place where you're just making content for the sake of making content, you're a slave to the algorithm, you're always thinking about your next post, you're always worried about the numbers, because you're not thinking about the people you're trying to reach.
By this time, it was already late in the night, and we had to make our way to our hotel. But guess who made his way into the elevator we were in? The same Silent King who I just spoke to. We left the venue and went to an eatery to get what we were going to eat for the night. And afterwards made our way to the hotel. But eating the food felt like training your teeth to be strong, if you know what I mean. Anyways, after eating, it was time to go to bed as a new day was dawning. We packed our bags, leaving the hotel as we paid for one night. And this was so peradventure we didn't like what we saw, and what we saw was not bad, but it could have been better. But before leaving, we had to eat breakfast, which was complimentary. After decimating everything on that plate, we had to leave as we had a lot on our plate for that day. You get the joke. Anyways, we left for the venue and arrived minutes later. Now, I told you about my story of not having a tag the day before. Well, day 2 was on that day as we had different segments, as you can see. General, attendants who came just for the day 2 of the conference. Full, as the name implies, they had full access to the entirety of the conference. Standard, the category I narrowly got access to a day before. Sponsor, exhibition, brand and business, and finally, the speaker segment. But based on the back and forth that happened yesterday, there was another round today as I didn't have a tag. So I was given this strap, although I was promised that it would be swapped for a tag, but that didn't happen. Anyways, I wasn't bothered as minutes later, we made our way into the venue. But you see, the funny thing is that what the interior looked like yesterday and today are two different things. Afterward, I just had to crack a boring joke to a stranger. Here's how that went. I like to crack a joke for you guys.
You like to
Crack a joke. You guys are doing something great.
Thank you.
Like it's in your name. That's great. Like, no, great. Anyways, after that flop, let's flip to our correspondent in the venue. Who else even knows?
So guys, we are currently inside the building and this is giving the vibe of like it's massive, babe. So I came to this corner because like people are literally like places. Like you can see the background, like there are lots of people here, and the idea basically is that the conference has not started, but those who have like the full pass, they are inside the hall, the main hall actually. But we were standard. We're not substandard actually. Anyway, I'm just grateful to be actually like to see different people, different places, as you can see in these videos, and it's just like very nice to meet new people. One thing is that if you're in this place and you're trying to be shy, you are just doing yourself actually. Record we are recording, everybody's already watching you. So it's a nice experience, sure. So catch you next time, or it's my voice.
Now what you are seeing is a segmented area for the speakers, some of which you are about to see. But before that, there's more to see, like this fake dollar note. You think if they were real, I would know ambusha. You get the joke. Now, as seen yesterday, this building was demarcated into various segments. And behind me was one of them. And minutes later, the event started with a welcome speech by the co-founder of Mainstack, just like the day before. After the opening speech, we were split into 2 groups. One for cinematographers, and number 2 for content creators and monetizing their skills. As enticing as the monetizing of one skill is, I eventually chose monetizing one skill. That was about something different. Anyways, we made our way to the hall, and minutes later, after settling in, a moderator came in. She began with some don't leave me moments.
Many rooms in the world.
But you realize I'm among them.
But the largest of all the rooms is a room for improvement.
We did a little of content creation and later on a brief talent and runway show. Later on, we're given these headsets, and to understand what they're for, let's get some clarity from our respondents.
So guys, like the tech behind this headset is the person with the mic. I can hear the person like through the headset instead of the like conventional like audio mic and everybody's training their ears. It's nice actually.
Minutes later, the guests were coming in, and guess who was among the guests? Now, this session was truly enlightful, and here are some things that I wrote. After that, the fan base of the social media Oga and herself had a chat, and I used the opportunity to explore the event even further. Now, don't forget that the major reason why I'm here is because of my uncle. So we went outside to get a collaboration with Eric Gugwa. Well, if you're thinking otherwise, we met him, and if you're curious about how that went, don't be. Afterwards, we made our way back, and I saw the iconic Emma. But guess who I saw at the speaker's corner?
If you're an Android user and you're tired of wasting your mobile data and waiting forever for pages to
Behind me was the same Fisayo Fosudo, and without further ado, I had to meet him. Now, this is how that went. Hi, Fisayo Fosudo. Good afternoon. Sorry, I came all the way from Lunar for this conference. I would like to ask for just a picture with you, sir. Sure. Please. Thank you so much. Also, I took a picture with this amazing gentleman who helped me to take the picture with Fisayo Fosudo. By the time we're back, we continued the sessions, and I frankly speaking don't know most of these people. But then if they are here, they are definitely making waves in their industry. We also had the session with Salem King and the Global Temi, and these are some of the things I wrote. After that, we went out to get something to eat, but we had to take a short toilet break, and that was when someone decided to do this.
What's up guys? I don't know if you can hear me. So I'm currently in the toilet. We're taking a short break from the whole conference, and after this, one can look for something to eat basically. So I'm in the toilet store. So this is the toilet. This is actually what I'm going to use to flush. Okay, I won't see me in the front. So let's press. I would see you later. See my head. Bye for now.
Afterwards, we got something to eat, and when we were back, guess who the guests were? This session was nice, although I didn't enjoy most of it as someone took my headsets before I came. And my gut was telling me that it was someone who was seated close to me. Now you can't hear anything, but here are some notes I crafted from this session. Later on in day 2 of the conference, you wouldn't believe who was the next guest.
Pastor Emmanuel Irene's wife. Wow, it's not a film trick. This is, oh, she does film, so it's not. I know she's here actually.
Unfortunately, I couldn't wait till the end, but the moments that I was there, it was amazing. And I think the major reason why that happened was the fact that I could meet a Christian filmmaker and creator in the building. I'm sincerely not judging anyone, but I think you get what I mean.
What's up, guys? So I really wish we could stay longer, but we are no longer staying. That's all for the conference. It was actually a great time, great day. So amazing actually, and I'm just like very grateful for the opportunity to be here, to see people like Brinjata, like was serving, Pastor Lajuiren, like that's first time actually, and every other person.
Left the building, and before leaving, we got ice cream. And the only reason why I made mention of this is that this is the fullest ice cream cone I've seen in my entire life. Not the 15 naira rubbish they were selling for us when we were much younger. Afterwards, we got dinner and went searching for an hotel. Now, this is the moment where you enjoy this montage that depicts the true beauty of Lagos. After driving for over an hour, we got to Ikorodu. Now, I would explain why soon, but before I supply you with that answer, let's get some supplies. I know I have a lot of explaining to do, but we'll get to that. We finally got to a hotel and the room was sincerely not bad based on the price. We ate, slept, and the next day appeared so fast. Now, day 3 of the conference was a Sunday, and we had to go to church, obviously. Now, the reason for the 1+ hour journey yesterday was to get an hotel room close to the vicinity of the church we're going to be attending on Sunday. One of our fathers was the resident pastor, and my uncle decided to surprise. Now, Sunday service was amazing, but after that, we left. But right after we stepped outside the church building, I found something that I think many churches should emulate, especially if they have the resources to do so.
Like they cleaned the cars, guys. They cleaned the cars. Are you kidding me?
Afterwards, we had to settle some other business before looking for an hotel to settle in before the award night, which was happening that night. And hours later, this was the update from our correspondent. So guys, we are back at the same hotel we lodged in on the first day. And like I told you yesterday, we went to Ikorodu to meet someone, and now we are back at the same hotel. We actually went to 2 other hotels, but one of them was booked based on the price that we wanted. And the other ones, the prices were exorbitant, frankly speaking. I mean, we're not going to stay here for a long time. It's just to sleep and then wake up the next day. The grand finale of the program is actually happening tonight by 9 o'clock, and we'll be going to attend that program. Although I wouldn't be in that hall, or my boss would be. Like I told you, I came here for work, so experiencing day 1 and day 2 is actually a privilege, not like something that I merit or that I paid for. About 2 hours later, we made our way to the venue for the award night. But don't forget, my ticket had already expired a day before. So we have 2 questions. Would I miraculously enter the venue, or would I be thrown out like a total stranger? Which I was in this contest. Well, what happened is that, before I tell you that, here's what happened outside. Outside was a glam bot, and sincerely speaking, I wanted to get mine done. But I was skeptical if it was paid for or if it was free. Anyways, I was so curious that I had to ask, and I surprisingly discovered that it was free. I literally jumped on the stage, and this is the result. Anyways, after that, we got ice cream, and despite the fact that my uncle told me to come in, as they weren't paying keen attention to either you have a pass or not, I stayed outside for over 20 minutes. And minutes later, after my uncle came outside to check up on me, I summoned the courage to follow him inside. But in that moment, I was thinking to myself that what if someone from day 1 at the ticket booth saw me and was wondering that, bro, you're not meant to be here. Anyways, what I did was this. I liaised with the cameramen who were there, and since I had the camera with me, we were team members. The event, like the first 2 days, started with a welcome speech by the co-founder of Mainstar. And up next was a speech by this man who I sincerely can't remember his name, but he surely is a noteworthy person in Nigeria's creator economy. Afterwards, we started with why we were there, the awards night. But most of the awardees were not present. For example, the Pioneer Award for Mark Angel.
Mark here. Alright, so we'll move on to the next award.
Agency Collective of the Year Award for Maven Records.
We were getting used to this.
Next was Community Builder of the Year Award. At least she was around. Streamer of the Year award went to Shan Comics, but it was not around. Storyteller of the Year award went to IB Quick. Creator for Social Impact of the Year award went to Angela Soma, whose representative collected the award. Rising Creator of the Year went to Tomiloba Comfort, who was around to receive our award, and she gave a speech.
Good evening, everyone. Receiving this is deeply humbling. When I started 17 months ago, I did not expect to come down, not listening. But I'm truly thankful to my Lord, to my parents, to my siblings, to my kinsmen, and to my chairmen and chairwomen community. Thank you so much to all of the creators that have been here, that have spent 10 times of time forever. Thank you so much to every single person who is in this room. Your lives have each encouraged me to shine mine. And I want to thank the organizers for this incredible recognition. I'm grateful, really inspired, and I'm excited for all that's to come. Thank you very much.
After that, we had a musical interlude, and once more, let's hear from our correspondent.
What's up, guys? I don't know if you can hear me right now. So apparently, for this award night and dinner night, if you can call it, there is a menu on every table, and each person can order for whatever he or she wants for free. I'm not meant to be here, but I'm also enjoying this. Anyway, I just choose what I know. Jollof rice and fried rice. And it's after 12 already. Okay. Like 4 minutes to 12 actually, and I'm sincerely famished actually, so I'm definitely going to eat everything on this table. Sorry, on my plate rather.
Creator Entrepreneur of the Year award went to Passive Income Anna, one of the speakers from day 2 of the conference. Miss Techie won the Tech Creator of the Year award, and after that, I decimated everything on my plate as we had to leave because it was already late in the night. Afterwards, we left the venue as that meant the end of the conference for us. And with that being said, here's my takeaway from the whole experience. I'm genuinely grateful for this experience, as clearly seen, it was an opportunity and one that I will not forget in a long time. I enjoyed every single day of the conference and all that happened in between. Seeing celebrities who I watch online in real life showed me the crystal clear truth that nothing is impossible. And although great things take time, but eventually they're worth it. Huge thanks to my uncle for making this video possible. The channel is linked in the description below. I hope to share more with you guys, so please like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts in the comment section, and also share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!